The Adriatic Sea is the northernmost arm of the Mediterranean, which stretches in between the eastern Italian coastline and the Balkan Peninsula. With its breathtaking landscapes, historical gems, and quaint towns, crystal clear waters, and sunny weather, it's the perfect destination for those seeking a relaxed pace of life. Additionally, the Adriatic features much calmer waters than its counterpart, with waves barely crossing the half-a-meter mark, giving its people free rein to take part in sailing and various water sports, from snorkeling to kite-surfing. Aside from its prominent areas, its coastline also features some of the cheapest places to live on the Mediterranean, with some places being even cheaper than the Ionian and Aegean part of the Mediterranean Sea. So in this video, we have listed some of the most budget-friendly places to reside on the Adriatic coastline. And to keep things simple, we've only listed places where the median monthly cost of living barely exceeds over $1,500. But despite being affordable, these places offer all the modern-day services and necessities with a growing expat population, offering a sense of community for any foreign individual choosing to move here. Number 12. Rimini, Italy. Touted as the city of hospitality, Rimini is beloved by Europeans for its history and natural beauty, with no shortage of Roman sites. It's been attracting a decent amount of visitors and digital nomads, as it hosts over 100 beaches and seaside promenades that are lined with villas, resorts, and hotels that overlook the Adriatic Sea, making it a great place for someone who wants to enjoy luxury and exciting social life, particularly the partying kind. It's also a pretty accessible city with a vast road and railway network. In addition, the city is also filled with large parks to laze around or stroll in, as well as an interesting city center that houses many shopping areas, bars, and restaurants. Its average cost of living is generally around $1,500, but it's essential to keep in mind that costs can vary depending on factors such as lifestyle, accommodation choices, and personal spending habits. Number 11. Trieste, Italy. The capital city of its namesake province, lying in the Giulia region of Italy, Trieste is a maritime port of Italy's northern coast, sandwiched between the mountains and the sea. As a port city, it has maintained its maritime significance, and its harbor remains a vital part of its economy. The city's position close to the border with Slovenia and Croatia makes it a gateway to Central Europe and the Balkans, fostering a cosmopolitan and multicultural atmosphere. The city is also very appealing to young students, as it hosts several prestigious educational institutions and research centers. The average cost of living per month for a single individual living in Trieste is way below $1,500, with most of it going towards rent. The city is also great for digital nomads who enjoy seaside living but still want to remain accessible to the mainland. Number 10. Otranto, Italy. Located on the southeastern tip of Italy's Puglia region, Otranto is a beachside locale that connects the two arms of the Mediterranean, the Ionian and the Adriatic Seas, together. The nearest airport to Otranto is located in Brindisi, which connects this region to most international airports of Europe and the rest of the world. Overall, it features beautiful architecture, white sand beaches, azure green waters, and an overall homely feeling. It's a great place to consider moving for anyone who prefers a move to a quiet seaside town. The cost of living in Otranto can range from $1,000 to $1,500, which is very fair compared to many other beach towns in Italy. Moreover, Otranto's strategic location provides easy access to other stunning towns and destinations, so it can also serve as a great base to explore the rest of the Puglia region. Number 9. Bari, Italy. Another entry from Italy's Puglia region, Bari is the second largest city on the country's southern peninsula, as well as the most developed urban metro city on the Adriatic coast. It is the largest port at Italy's heel, with its access to numerous shipping routes, making it the foremost economic center in southern Italy after Naples. The airport in Bari is also quite robust, charting international flights both to Europe and non-European nations. The city is also quite cheap to live in considering all that it has to offer. From historic architectural gems, lively city streets, a seaside promenade, and a nice urban beach to countless exploration activities around the old town, Bari has it all. The average cost of living, including rent and all amenities for a single person, comes out at $1,350. This sum can be even lower if one chooses to reside outside the city center. Number 8. Bay of Kotor, Montenegro. This bay is characterized by its unique fjord-like appearance, with steep mountains surrounding the narrow inlet. It stretches approximately 28 kilometers inland from the Adriatic Sea and is deeply indented, creating a series of smaller bays and coves along its shoreline. The town of Kotor, after which the bay is named, is a medieval gem and a UNESCO World Heritage Site. It is enclosed within well-preserved fortified walls and features charming narrow streets, historic buildings, churches, and squares. Aside from its namesake town, there are 7 other towns and communes on this bay, one of which is Tivat, the most connected one out of all, boasting an international airport. The average cost of living in and around this bay is very different. For example, the median cost to reside in major towns like Kotor and Tivat can exceed $1,500, while in the other, lesser-known areas, it can be as low as $800 a month. Number 7. Brač, Croatia. Located off the southwestern coast of Croatia, Brač is an island locale within the Adriatic that espouses several coastal towns, each with their own distinct set of attributes. The nearest big Croatian city to Brač is Split, which connects the island to the mainland via several ferry channels. The island is a great place to unwind, discover quiet beaches, or enjoy amazing food and local wine. It's also known for its natural, peaceful beauty with a calm coastline that is famous for yachting, sailing, and other recreational activities. The average cost of living is also very fair, with monthly expenses for a single individual amounting around $1,000 to $1,300. On the downside, the island lags behind in some modern-day conveniences like transportation and a healthcare system. But better yet, it is slowly but surely growing in popularity among foreigners and locals alike. So eventually, it will get equipped with all the day-to-day services. Number 6. Pescara, Italy. Located near sea level to the Adriatic, Pescara is the capital city of its namesake province and is located on the eastern shores of the Abruzzo region. Compared to other large Italian cities, Pescara can offer a more relaxed and laid-back lifestyle. While the region of Abruzzo is known for its natural beauty, with a mix of mountains, hills, and coastline, this setting provides ample opportunities for outdoor activities such as hiking, skiing, and enjoying picturesque landscapes. The city also features glorious architecture, beautiful beachside locales, tons of recreational activities, and an overall high standard of living. The cost of living in Pescara is way lower than other Italian cities mentioned in this video, with monthly costs for a single individual being around $800 to $1,200. Number 5. Pula, Croatia. Lying on the southern tip of the Adriatic Peninsula, the city of Pula is the largest city of this province and the 7th largest in all of Croatia. A port town with its own perks and quirks, the city of Pula is quite accessible to the rest of the Adriatic and mainland Europe through the Pula International Airport, located just 6 kilometers from the city center. The city also features remnants of its Roman heritage, from historical buildings to a Colosseum. The average cost of living in Pula is the lowest out of all the major cities in Croatia, with the median living cost for a single individual being just around $800 to $1,200. As a whole, it is the premier destination for digital nomads or expats who opt to stay in the eastern part of Croatia along the Adriatic Sea. Number 4. Gulf of Piran, Slovenia. This is a relatively narrow bay with a length of about 15 kilometers. Located on the southwestern shore of the Slovenian border, the bay's coastline is shared between Croatia and Slovenia, but most of the inhabitable towns and communes on this bay are on the Slovenian side, such as its namesake town of Piran and the popular coastal town of Izola. Both of these towns are also well connected and offer all the modern-day services and amenities. The average cost of living in most of the inhabitable areas of the Gulf of Piran are very nominal, with monthly expenses for a single individual being a little over $1,000. But bear in mind, its cost of living can double in summer season due to a high influx of local tourism. Lastly, it's also one of the safest places on the Adriatic, as even petty crimes such as pickpocketing are non-existent on this part. Number 3. Durrës, Albania. Located on a flat plain off the eastern Adriatic coastline of Albania, Durrës is a major port city that is very popular among tourists and nomads alike for recreational activities, sunbathing, and water sports. At a small distance of 24 kilometers from the capital of Tirana, it is easily accessible to the rest of the European world and is quite famous for its vacation spots. In the last 5 years or so, it has developed a lot in terms of infrastructure, with a wide range of seafront accommodation options, restaurants, and transportation networks, making it a convenient and comfortable place for anyone looking to stay long-term. The cost of living here is also quite affordable compared to other similar scale cities on the Mediterranean coast, with monthly expenses for a single individual being around $1,000, which can go even lower if one chooses to reside away from the beach. Number 2. Šibenik, Croatia. With a diverse typography that combines elements of coastal, hilly, and mountainous landscapes, Šibenik is a historic city lying in the center of the province of Dalmatia. The city features lots of beautiful architecture, historical landmarks, azure blue waters, a majestic green mainland, and delicious cuisine. Its location is perfect for exploring the rest of the Adriatic coast and even all the nearby islands with its frequent ferry links. Also, it's much cheaper to live in Šibenik than in any other Croatian city like Zagreb and Split. In fact, the cost of living in Šibenik is almost 60% lower than the national average. The disparity between the cost of groceries, utilities, and restaurants is also much smaller, with monthly costs for a single individual being around $800. When it comes to size, the city is not huge, but there's still plenty to see and do, especially when you factor in all the beaches nearby. Number 1. Bar, Montenegro. Bar may not be as bustling as other coastal areas of the country, but it quite certainly is a great spot to enjoy a calm and tranquil atmosphere. It's perfect for beach lovers, as there are more than 25 miles of coast, and this region has natural white sand beaches that stretch for kilometers at a time. The main city is a blend of old and new, with old medieval architecture and several new modern apartment complexes. Not many people move to the city, and the expat population is very low here. However, it does have the advantage of being cheaper than the likes of Kotor and Budva, with average monthly expenses for a single individual being around $800. Aside from the living costs, it's also one of the cheapest coastal localities to buy property on the Adriatic Sea, with median price for a 2-bedroom seafront apartment going for as low as $70,000.